Okay guys, today I'm going to make another Wayback Format deck that I just thought of the other day when I ran across this really cool synergy with one of the worm cards, Worm Venoms. So the basic idea is I'm using the spreadsheet probably to look at my reptile support. We have Viper's Rebirth, which is basically a monster reborn, but pretty much your whole deck has to be reptiles for it to work. And so the idea here is we revive Worm Queen, cool reptile monster, pretty big, and to get around Viper's Rebirth destroying the Worm Queen during the end phase, Worm Queen can actually tribute itself to summon another Worm Queen from your deck, or another worm monster with level 8 or less. So you summon a Worm Queen, tribute it to summon another one from the deck, and the one summoned from the deck won't have the dying in the end phase clause from Viper's Rebirth. So it basically turns Viper's Rebirth into an easy 2700 beater, which is pretty good. And then these are the other worms we have available, so I'm going to take a look at those. And you'll see why Venoms are in the title in a second. So there's this one, Tentacles, Warlord, and Zex. Those are all going to be over here. Tentacles, Zex, Warlord. So these are our 4 other options. This one sends Worm Queen from the deck to the graveyard to set up Viper's Rebirth, so that's obviously like really useful. This turns into a 1700 when it's flipped, which I don't think we're going to be like, I don't think that really synergizes with the more like Viper's Rebirth combo we're trying to set up. And then this one banishes a reptile worm from grave to attack twice. So that can be good at like beating through recruiters like Shining Angel and Mystic Tomato and stuff. Or clearing tokens if your opponent's making a lot of tokens. It's only 1700 though, so it's not going to beat over a lot of the bigger stuff. So it's more of a side deck card, I feel. I do want... This also deals with recruiters, but it's better because it still attacks twice, but it also negates the effect, so they don't even get to recruit, and it's much bigger. You just can't actually special summon it off of Worm Queen, which is quite disappointing. But I guess you could like Viper's Rebirth something out, and then tribute summon this. Let's think about this. Yeah, because I don't really want to tribute summon in this deck, you know? Cannot be special summoned. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go for that. I think this is just the worm package we'll use. And we'll play like 1 Worm Tentacles in case it comes up. As for the flip monster, I feel like I might put it in just because it's a solid reptile to fill space. So the reason I want to play Venoms is because this needs reptiles engraved to special summon, right? So how do we get reptiles engraved? Well, Venom Shot is actually a foolish burial for reptiles if we control a Venom monster. Or one of the Venom boss monsters. So it places counters, which we can kind of take advantage of with Venom Swamp. That's the only way to take advantage of them, really. But we put 2 counters on something, and then Venom Swamp will give it minus 1000 attack. The only downside is Venom Swamp also hits our worms. So I'm feeling like the worms are more of an early game thing, and then we go in with Venom Swamp closer to the late game to try to like clean up, and then go in with Venom Minion for the finishing kills. So this is a Venom monster, so we can actually activate Venom Shot, and I think I just need 1 of them. Or, I mean, like 1 Venom monster, 3 copies of it. It's just... There's no reptile recruiter, and our whole deck has to be reptiles. So maybe I want like 1 or 2 more. I'll play a 4th one. Actually, now here's what I'll do. We'll play Moonia Maidens to dig for the combo pieces. Ah, but that's not a reptile. Never mind. Never mind. This is kind of tricky. Like, this is a really, like, specific restriction. Only reptiles. I think I'm gonna play this guy just because it's a reptile with a really solid stat line if you can flip it. lot of duality since we're trying to dig for certain cards. It's limited to 1 copy in this format. What other reptiles do we have? Oh yeah, Reptia Egg. Oh, and of course, Oshalion. Of course. This is it tutors for a 500 attack or less reptile, so Venom Cobra, easy. Also, damage equals reptile finds our venom monsters. Because I only have to take 100 damage to summon it. Same for Venom Minion, 0 attack, so I take any amount of damage and I can summon this guy. Also, you can Viper's Rebirth this out, it'll just die in the end phase. But better than nothing, I guess. And then Reptia Egg's really good. I believe it's limited to 1 copy. You normal summon it, take a damage, and then next turn, you can tribute it to summon 2 things from your deck to then tribute summon a Worm Queen or the Venom Minion. And Dark Alligator is just a super, super solid deck master. Really good value. And then from here, we can just fill out the deck with staples. 3 Dust Tornado. My go-to limited 4 choices are Offerings and 1 Changing Destiny, and then I just modify them later. However, this deck does take a lot of damage, because I want to take damage from damage equals reptile. So we're going to go Spellbinding Circle instead, since it doesn't burn me. Unlike Changing Destiny would burn me. Then there's this guy, which is really good, because it flips my Worm Queen down to get rid of any Venom counters on it. And it just stalls for an entire turn, basically. And then Kunai with Chain is also really good, I feel. Yeah, we'll play Kunai. That's 41. I think I can cut a copy of this. Yeah. So that was quick and easy. Just to give you a little insight on like my personal deck building process. I like to use this spreadsheet a lot. So like if I do want to find like, if I feel some cards aren't really working out in here, like this guy or this guy, I'll look through the Reptiles support column to see if there's any other cards I should consider. Like Reptilian Garden is one of my favorites. It just I didn't really have space for it in this deck. Yamori Mori is a decent Venom Shot mill target, stuff like that, and it's quite a big spreadsheet. So I put this together myself, just to help people like figure out how to build the deck of their choice quickly. You know, they can see exactly what's in the format to support their strategy. Yeah, and I'll try to play this deck in a match in the near future, and if I do, I'll post the gameplay. So I will see y'all then.